So we're back with guitar number 2 of the day, and is this the original signature guitar?
What?
Because we're kind of moving from a very distinctive signature guitar with the Gilmore Strat to Les Paul.
Yes.
Which surprises me to see you playing a Les Paul, because you had a one. You had a 20...
I had a 2014 anniversary one, which I think we did a thing on.
Yeah, we did. We did. It was like a chocolate
Could
one.
never. Well, I'm allergic to humbuckers, and I sold it. Basically, not
I can't believe it took you as long to sell it, because you never really bonded with it.
I never bonded it with it at all.
And here you're back with another Les Paul,
which only turned up. I've only had it for days.
Yeah.
You didn't even know about it till today.
And actually, now you've tilted it, there's less for me to know about. That's
yes.
Hold that up to the camera. But yeah, that's half the width of a Les Paul. Because it says on the just notice it says headstock. The Les. So this is the Les Paul.
This is the Les Plus. Yes. So
what have we got?
Right.
Talk us through what we've got.
Right. So what we have here is, if you looked at it at the front, and I covered over all of that.
Yeah.
Then you would just think, oh, we've got Les Paul standard. Cherry sunburst, bound body.
Yeah.
See the bounding on there.
Yeah.
But as you've rightly pointed out, Les Plus, there's actually less of the guitar.
Yeah.
And that's what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's thinner. It's also, get some pictures, it's also more like a Strat on the back.
So it's got the little tummy cuts.
Yeah, so it's got the belly cut that's on there. So it's very comfortable to play.
Mm-hmm.
It's also ridiculously light for a Les Paul. The other one weighed a ton.
Yeah, because Les Pauls, I think you're more likely to damage your back.
Yeah.
Than you are to hurt your fingers playing. But they're just an enormously heavy guitar because they're solid mahogany, big maple slab on the top.
In 2014, they did one called the Les Paul Custom Light.
Yeah.
Which was basically the sort of same with this. This does have the 2015 features on it. That one has slightly different pickups. Mm-hmm. This one is. That one had like the Almacos, and the this one that had the 458Ts or whatever they're called on that
pickups,
one.
Yeah.
And this one, these are the 57. There's a 57 and a 57 Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, 57 Classic and a 57 Classic Plus in the bridge.
Right.
So they're not as high output. So what? There's a lot of arguments about, and we've had the conversations about all the gimmicks, and obviously this guitar has the auto tune on it. So we will just tune this guitar.
Go on, impress me with this.
Have you not seen one of these yet, first hand?
Not first hand.
Oh, I've
seen
one.
them, but I've never actually seen one being used.
Okay.
Oh,
there you go, in tune.
It's a.
So what you have?
There's a little man lives in there driving your tuners.
Yes.
So on B cam here, we can see the robo tuners.
Right. So what we have here is we can go through different tunings.
Mm-hmm.
So E is just standard. So you tune it into there. So you go down to. So I'm going to go down to D.
Yeah.
Okay. And then. See, they're all green nearly on the back.
Yeah. That's very nice. Because obviously you can do this with a stock tailpiece guitar. I'm curious to see how something like this would work on a guitar with a floating.
You get a Strat one.
Yeah.
The same company that do a Strat one. We're going to put this back into normal.
Yeah. Because that's like that's not a Gibson part, is it? That's
it's
a
now,
third party.
It is Tronical, something they're called. Tronical.
Yeah.
They made them for Gibson. They did originally. It was actually one guy's invention. But Tronical itself make them for tailors. They make them for.
Yeah.
You can buy them. You buy a different one. So there's one for an SG that they've got like 20 in the range. You say, do you want an A, B, C, D?
Yeah.
So they do one for a Strat.
And that's presumably electronic in as much as the brain of it all, sensing it.
It's basically,
but
I think it's working on vibrations.
It's a vibration tuner, isn't it?
Yes, exactly the same as the clip-on ones.
Yeah.
It's moving them all to be
so
in tune. So that's
useful or a gimmick?
Actually useful for. I've been doing quite a bit of stuff in double drop D, so D and D.
Oh right.
Yeah, so
I've used drop D. I've never thought of using drop both of them.
Yeah, drop both of them.
So if you're playing and you alternate in between tunings, you can do it pretty quickly without having to have like another guitar by the side of the stage. You're comfortable with the way that the neck feels. And
I
all
do
that sort
do
of
some stuff in drop D, and I've got to be honest, it's the worst thing ever. You've tuned down, and then you forget to tune back up, and you start another song. And I've done it so many times.
Yeah.
And then you're suddenly thinking like, oh, I'm in the middle of a song, and you think like, what am I playing? And you realise it's dropped. You try to then tune it while you're playing, which is not.
Yeah. So what other features have we got apart from the Robo Tuner?
Right,
Working our way down, we have
a zero fret. It's called.
Yeah.
We do not have a nut. We have a 0 fret, which comes basically. They reckon it's longer life.
Made out of
it's
brass.
Brass.
Yeah.
You can actually raise it, so you get an Allen key and you can raise up the that bit there. You can see it inside.
There's two
little Allen keys. You can raise it up so if somebody wants it slides and wants a higher thing. You haven't got to rip a nut out and get another one made. So you can do that. Sustain wise, I've not really got anything to compare it to because I haven't got a Les Paul. I can't. This is so different from my last Les Paul that I've got nothing to compare it to.
The brass nuts do have a different characteristic to something like a tusk nut or a bone nut or something like that. Is it a bit brighter, do you think?
Well, I was going to say the whole guitar is brighter. Down to there's a few things on here. It's a mahogany neck, so it's exactly the same as a Les Paul standard. It's a mahogany body with a flame maple top.
Yeah.
Now.
And it is a top, it's not a veneer, it's a good...
Oh yeah,
it's the thickness of the binding there,
yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
I'd probably I would say they do it a little bit less so that the binding goes over it, but yeah, so it's exactly
quarter
the same.
inch.
Yeah. So we have the robotic tune's got a mahogany neck, locking tuner on there. Because that's how it works with robotics. So it locks them in, so it knows. So there's no slippage on there. A couple of other. So what we have here, you can see straight away it's different because we have a switch.
From a distance, it probably looks like one of the tone pots is missing.
Yeah,
it's actually a switch rather than.
It's actually a switch.
Okay.
Yeah, but before we get to that, we have this lovely little feature that says, "I want to be like Slash, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want the scratch plate on."
And you've done that. There's no
holes.
It looked like you had very aggressive woodworm that's gone through there.
Yeah. So we have a detachable scratch plate. So you just take it off, put it in the case if you don't want to use it.
But that just snaps in.
And it just clips in, designed. You've got a special surrounds for them to go on.
Yeah.
Standard switch. Okay.
Yeah.
New leaf titanium saddles on there.
Right. So it's the same Tunematic style.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Yes. But these are standard on everything.
Yeah.
So these pieces aren't. They're not any different from a £3,000 custom shop Les Paul.
Yeah.
2 volumes, which will be going. I will get rid of that one and wire just one volume.
You're like me, you're like a master volume.
I just want a master volume. I'll be getting rid of that. 1 tone control.
Is that master tone?
Master tone, yeah. Which, to be honest, I'd rather have had, kept 2 tones and had a master volume because that's what I want.
Yeah.
So obviously the volumes work on, that's that one.
So
if I go to there, both work on. Anyone works on the middle.
Yeah.
So either on the middle, that's neck. And then that's bridge there. So that's just standard Les Paul wiring.
Yeah.
I'll be changing that to just so I've just got one.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of.
No, I just want one to
independent volume controls.
It's all about that. It's there's no need for it. The reason why I got this guitar is probably the switch here.
Right.
So this is a coil. This is a coil split.
Okay.
Okay. So what this does is this takes a single coil from there and a single coil from there. So in that position, a single coil that is just. Single coil on the bridge. Single coil on both.
Yeah.
Single coil on the neck.
Nice.
Okay, so this, the one thing I could never get with a normal Les Paul was that
You want the strat.
Stick a bit of chorus on there, so you couldn't get that whole strat. And now here it is. It's very strat-like. Yeah. It's not the same, it's different woods.
Oh, you're never going to get the only. That's why I bought that Strats that I have done because they sound like a Strat. You know, like the Coil Tapping or the Coil Split.
This is very usable. Okay.
Yeah.
On a full humbucker. Back to where we would.
Let's have some
dirt.
bad monkey on the job here.
Yeah. So now you're really weak. You know, it's just got that whole. So okay.
So what we've got here then is a very. The word that comes to mind for me is versatile. You've got you can do an awful lot with one guitar. You've got the robo tuners, so you can flip up and down your different tunings.
Yeah.
You've got a hell of a tonal palette there.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be better when you take one of those pots and turn it into a tone pot. So you've got 2 tones in one volume. You're going to have a very versatile guitar.
And you can get those sounds. I mean, it's, you get that really soft note. Take the volume, take the tone off.
It's almost like that's like a half cock wah wah type of sound.
So that's on. You know, there's not really much going on there. You know, it's one pedal.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, 2 and 3.
No, it's the one that's coming from the bad monkey.
You know, so down there. Just take it. I mean, just what a lovely sound.
Yeah.
Knock it down a single coil.
There's a lot of sounds going on in one package, and I guess given the fact it's only half the width of a normal body, you wouldn't mind having that around your neck all night playing a set.
I think it's lighter than a Strat.
Yeah. Well, just try for weight.
Yeah. Weight. There's no weight to it.
That is weight-wise, possibly slightly lighter than a Strat.
Yeah.
But what is weird with it is the balance.
It's very
because I'm holding it like this, but I've got no weight. Well, relatively speaking, I haven't got much weight.
Yeah, a lot of the weight in the guitar is
right
in the neck. It's a solid mahogany neck.
Oh, I just put my pick this is a. I wonder if it's it's a bit of a sort of relative thing. The neck feels quite massive. It's fatter. It's a wider profile, I think, than the Strat we were playing before.
What it is they've done. It's neither a 50s or a 60s.
Yeah.
If you read the album through it, they said they've got it halfway between.
Mm-hmm.
So what they've actually done is the way it feels to me is because the last one was a 50s neck, and I've got 50s necks on everything else. It's got the 50s width, but not the 50s amount of chunk behind it. If that makes sense.
It feels like the shoulders of the neck. It's got a bit of chub on there, but it's not coming back that far.
Which on a 50s one it would do.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I'm so amazed at on this guitar is that's brand new, by the way.
Yeah.
This is literally it. When I got it, I thought the back was scratched, and it still had the polish, the residue from the polish on the back. Yeah. You can still see some of it down here.
Right.
So it's literally brand new. It's virtually never been out of the case. And what was so strange was how well. Do you remember we had the conversation about how badly set up the other one was?
Yeah.
And the fret hadn't been finished off.
Gibson have been accused of cutting a lot of corners.
Yeah. This one, that's out of the factory.
Yeah. And this is from the 2015 range. Because I know they've changed a lot for the 2016.
They've stopped all these. They've taken off the robotic tuners, and that's the
I've had a feeling they were still doing them, but they've got like the 2016 range is the traditional, where they go back to a regular bone style note
stuff on there
and all that. But it's got a very nice feel. It's different to playing the Strat. It's different to playing the Thompson or Metallica. But it's got some lovely tones to it.
Maybe on single to coil there as well.
Can I mention the sordid subject of money and how much?
Right.
How much are these going for? Well, no. What's the recommended retail on this? No, let's step back even further. What's the recommended retail on a full-size one of these?
Oh.
Where you're buying a bit more mahogany. Because Gibson did
2,100.
They did get a bit of flack for the pricing, and a lot of people
They're
say
still getting flack for the pricing.
yeah, there wasn't necessarily £2,100 worth of guitar with some of the 2015s.
Yeah, 2,100 I believe is the price. So £2,099
Yeah,
is the price for a standard.
and this one RRP
1,500. 1,500 I think.
I suppose it depends on how you look at it. You could say £1,500 is a lot, considering they're not giving you as much mahogany.
Yeah.
But to be honest, given the way that this sounds, it sounds fine. It sounds full.
Yeah.
It's got sustain. It's not like I think, I've only got half the sound. I've only got half the wood.
Yeah.
It's not giving me the resonance that a regular body would. Because this is chambered, isn't it?
They're
weight
all most of them have got weight relief from chambered. 9 holes drilled various places.
So that helps with the
if
sustain.
you see a Les Paul advertised at £10 or £11, it hasn't been chambered. It's a solid bit of mahogany, and I'm telling you, having been a previous owner,
10 or 1100.
No, 10 or 11 pounds of wood.
Oh, pounds of weight.
So if it hasn't been chambered, and you see one of 10, if a weight of 10 or 11 pounds, it's unchambered, and it will break your back.
Yeah, this
having been an owner of one,
this is
it is
not
phenomenal.
Bad. But yeah, I don't think I will get hung up on the price that I've got less.
So this
material.
Material-wise, the build on it. You haven't asked the important question.
What is the important question?
What did I pay for it?
Well, I'm going to guess that there was an because of the flack that Gibson got for the 2015 range. I think a lot of it probably was justified. I haven't played a lot of the 2015s, but a lot of this is going off evidence I've got from other people. I'm guessing there's a lot of Gibson dealers have got quite a lot of unsold stock, and it's a bit of a buyer's market. Would I be correct?
There is, and there's some good deals.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's that many of those. I think there's a lot of standards. I think there's a lot of the... so many. I don't even know where to start with the ranges.
Normal thickness body, 4 knobs.
Yeah, but there's loads of them where they're full thickness and they haven't got the 4 knobs. I mean, there's one with a 15 decibel boost there. There's one. There's a load of those. The standards are they're never going to give the standards away.
Yeah.
You know, they're never, because that is just a standard. Some of the standards do come with the robotic tuners, some don't. I know they've changed it all now, as you said. But there's the coil split version. There's one that's got a 15 decibel boost, so you don't need a boost switch for your solos. How easy that is, rather than a foot if you're partway through.
Push-pull pots.
Yeah,
as well,
got push-pull pots. There's a load of them, and I sort of get why they did it. They wanted to do something special for its 100th. I know you don't like the logo on the top.
I think it's a bit.
It's.
Such a classic.
There's a hologram on the back as well,
I know,
which is the last photo. It's a hologram of the last ever photograph of it.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Waving at you. I'll get a photo, close-up photo of that. Yeah. But yeah, I imagine.
And you're right. What you got to remember is that the 2016 range is coming out now.
Yeah.
Even though it's not 2016 because it's like cars.
Oh, it's a little bit ahead.
A bit ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, give me an educated guess.
It feels like £1,000 worth of guitar.
Mm-hmm. Give us your guess, and I'll
if
tell you.
I'd paid £1,000 for this, I wouldn't be disappointed. If I was in the market for a Les Paul.
Yeah. And it does come with the full Gibson case.
Yeah, see,
all the stuff. Yeah, it's not one of these that comes with a Gibson gig bag, which I think some of the cheaper sort of juniors or melody maker type ones do. It's the full case.
I could see you paying £1,000 for this if it wasn't for the fact you had such an uneasy relationship with your previous Les Paul, and I reckon you must have paid less than that.
Yep.
8. Lower than an 8. 7. Lower than a 7. 650.
Near enough to a penny or two.
£650
Yeah.
buys you a brand new, still got some of the polishing wax left on it from the factory.
Didn't even hang in the shop, that one.
with the case, all the case candy and stuff.
Delivered.
You are becoming quite the bargain hunter.
Yeah.
Because that is a very, very nice guitar. And I've never been a massive fan of the Les Paul. I love the sound. I love the. It's a guitar that's got a lot of heritage. You know, it's like the Strat.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous. I've always struggled a bit with the access to the top frets.
I don't play that much
because I spent a lot of time playing Strats earlier on.
Yeah. Double cutaway stuff.
Yeah. The Thompson's got a very heavily carved set neck. It's set neck rather than through.
Yeah.
But it's got a very easy access. Yeah. This guitar, you kind of get the best of both worlds because you've got the lovely glued neck stuff, but because the body's only half the thickness, it's not a chore to get up to the dusty end of the neck. Yeah. And I could happily play up. Whereas on a normal Les Paul, I always feel like my hand had to come around here just because of the thickness of the body. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got yourself a very, very versatile, full of tones. Mm-hmm. I have to say, it looks very pretty.
It's beautiful. It's one of the reasons why it was very,
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't buy a maple top American Strat for that amount.
No, not proper maple. Maybe it's full of flame or something.
Yeah,
but
not an American one. You couldn't get an American one for $6.
Yeah, good solid. Because these are made in.
Although if it's got a Gibson logo, it's made in America.
Made in the.
It's at the phone. It could be made anywhere from Japan to Korea to Indonesia or anywhere.
But the Gibson's always been very proud of the Gibson USA.
Yeah.
That is a pretty awesome guitar for.
Yeah, for the money.
For $650.
Yeah.
As a brand spanking new guitar.
Yeah.
So I've really enjoyed playing that.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced on the logo.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced on the. I've never been convinced about the nut. I get the versatility of it. Yeah. I just think some ways it's a bit of a kind of cutting corners. Because you can stick that in.
You're cutting corners if you want. If you want a bow nut, you're cutting corners. It's not a bow nut.
No, it's almost like you can stick that onto a guitar and adjust it with an Allen key.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to manufacture rather than a normal nut where you've got to sit with a set of slot and files and get it set right. But at the end of the day, it does the job. And if the tool does the job,
I would be very surprised.
Right tool for
I'd
the
be
job,
very surprised if the stuff that comes out the normal place, the nuts aren't pre-machined and made and they just come in and stick them in anyway. So what's the...
And they rely on somebody at the guitar store doing the setup for you.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But no, I'm enjoying playing this. It's a very, very nice guitar.
Yeah.
So thanks for bringing that one in. What's next?
Let's take this one downstairs.